out of here right now. And Errol nodded to me, and he went after it. I saw Kell Brook starting to fade, and I believe it was because the mentality of his injuries had him thinking, I don't want to go through this. I don't want to get hurt here. But when you've previously been hurt, and it's your eye, and you're in that situation again, and you can't see or anything like that starts to enter your mind, a fighter like Errol Spence is supposed to take control right there, and he did. I called it. I said to Errol's face. Errol looked right in my face, and he went after him, and he did it. It's boxing. It happens all the time. But it's part of the game and his injuries. So, not to take anything away from him, but that did occur. Let's go back to the Phil LaGreco fight. Phil LaGreco got called 1 week prior to the fight because Robert Garcia pulled out. Robert Garcia had some weight problems or some other ailments or something like that. I know that to be true because he did it to Sean a day before we got ready to fight him. So Phil LaGreco comes in straight off the couch, and he fights at Errol Spence. Nah, not a good situation to be in, you know. And Phil LaGreco, God bless his heart, you know, when I see him do interviews and he talks about, you know, Errol's gonna dust Sean off real easy and smooth. Phil, don't forget, don't shortchange yourself. You walked into a situation where you weren't in shape or prepared to fight, and you had to kill yourself to make weight. We don't have that. We don't have none of that going on. We're prepared. We're ready. So those two fights right there are two guys that we fought, that he fought. And I'm just looking at that saying, you know what? That's not us. We're definitely not those guys. So I'm looking forward to changing the narrative here, making everybody say, we thought.
Now, what K Diddy doing is shitting on Errol Spence's resume. He's not talking about Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri went 12 rounds with Manny Pacquiao in a pay-per-view. He was a good fighter at the time. World champion. Lamar Peterson. World champion. Good fighter. Very good defense. Don't have a whole lot of power. Didn't have a whole lot left. But he also was a world champion and a good fighter. Good fighter. Like to let his hands go and didn't concentrate a whole lot. But he was a good fighter. He's not talking about Kell Brook. Kell Brook still had a whole lot left in the tank. He got stopped by Triple G. But he still was doing good, and he was motivated. He was a motivated man in that fight because he didn't want the Errol Spence fight. He tried to get out of it. But the internet was giving him so much problems. Everywhere he go, everywhere he turn, Errol Spence, he took the fight. But he was motivated. The same guy that beat the shit out your son. That was the same guy. And I think a more focused guy that Errol Spence fought. K Diddy, as a person, as a control freak, who liked everything to go his way, his son way. He controlled his son. He want to control the narrative. He want to control the media. He want to control everything. But everything is not under your control. Sometimes you have to accept life for what it is. You fucked up you fucked up the maturation and the maturity of your son's career. You fucked up relationships. You fucked up his skill set, and you don't want to accept it. You left millions and millions and millions and millions. I'm talking about on like with the rock, and left millions on the table. Now you see the money that's really out there. Your son's fucked up, and Errol Spence is collecting it. Errol Spence is collecting it. He collected the money, but you upset. So y'all try to freeze this man out. Now you trying to shit on the man. Then you go talk about you love him. K Diddy is a hypocrite, a liar, and a backstabber, and a manipulator, man. And we don't need his type in professional boxing, man. But these are the type of snakes that dwell in boxing, man. But his son about to get washed up, and it's mostly his fault. His son about to get cleaned up, and he gonna get stopped because of the style. You can spar Andre the Giant. He don't give a fuck. The big guys. It's what your son do. It's what your son do. He's not. He haven't developed those skills that's gonna make him successful against a person that's controlling the range, that's controlling him, hitting in between his punches. That's stronger than him. He never fought nobody like that. That's stronger than him. That's gonna push the pace on. That's gonna push the pace on him. Danny Garcia refused to do that. Thurman was just trying to. Thurman was just trying to counterpunch. He wasn't trying to lead. He don't have the skill sets to do it anyway. To catch Sean and to catch him and pull the trigger. That's what's going to happen. K. Diddy takes a big crap on Errol Spence Resume, man. That's shame on him. That's shame on him. Because y'all could have. Danny Garcia and them niggas still ducking. Keith Thurman still ducking. All of them could have been on the man resume. All y'all could have been on his resume. But y'all refused to fight him. Now you had to fight him. Now you making excuses.